All right, it is Danielle Kelly who returns to the one circle on November the 19th. But Danielle, your debut in March, technically a draw, but let's be honest. I mean, you were incredibly aggressive. You got the bonus for a reason. How did you feel about your performance and just the experience overall of being with one championship?
So overall, my experience with one championship, I love it. Feels like home. I like what everyone represents, how they run things. Everyone's really talented, so you always have to be on your toes because you don't know who you're gonna go against, especially like just for MMA fighting. Um, for my last match, like I'm proud. Like even though I had the bonus and everything, like I feel like I could do better. She was really strong. It was my first time like in a on a big stage like that, so it took me a few minutes to really like get used to it. I felt like just with my opponent not really engaging, and it went to a draw, it kind of gave her like a little advantage on that. But I was dominating like every position, getting more like submission attempts. Uh, I just think my finish mechanics had to be a little better, but the past couple months recently, I've been working that. Um, yeah, hopefully this match is going to be something different, and I'm excited to compete. So hopefully I get a fast submission.
I love it. The concept of grappling in the cage, does that change anything? I mean, I know even just from a visual perspective, it might change the way you feel in there, even if you're not necessarily, using the cage quite as much. But did that prove any challenge for you?
So I didn't get to like train much in like a cage setting at training, like at my academy or anything, just because usually grappling matches, there's no cages, there's just like either five bounds or they just reset you. So for this one, like they don't reset or anything. You have to keep going. So basically, like you're in an MMA cage. So if you hit the cage, you just keep going. Um, I would say like certain parts, like when she put my head against the cage, it prevented me from making space with my hips, which was good on her part. But ever since then, it's just I got called to compete. It was like less than a month, so I didn't really have time to go over certain things. But I think this time it's gonna be different because now like I use the cage pretty well now, especially like offense and defense. So hopefully we see a difference.
Yeah, maybe we get a chance to see a little bit of that. And I got to ask you about the $50,000 bonus check because not a lot of grapplers are getting checks like that. So I just wonder, did you just, responsibly invest it for the future? Was there a little fun to be had along the way? I mean, what'd you think when that money hit the bank account?
Yeah, I honestly didn't really touch it. I probably used like a few of it for like a car, but I was already getting a new car like before. Um, I kind of like use some of it for like my training, especially like for privates or like just working out now. Like I'm trying to get more muscle hopefully because I'm really light. Um, yeah, and hopefully let's just pray I get another one, but I'm not expecting it. But I definitely want to do something with it in the future. Just be smart about it. But I come in there to compete, so it's it's just a bonus if I get it or not. So
You
yeah, that'd be pretty
know,
cool if I did.
It'd be pretty cool indeed. All right, so it's been about 8 months since we last saw you. I guess you touched on a little bit. It sounds like strength training has been a big part of it. Working in the cage has been a big part of it. Have you done any other competitions along the way, or has it just been training? And I guess what's the focus been?
Just training. I've been studying a lot of people, especially like girls in my division, especially like girls in one championship who I might potentially be going against. Um, I've just been working on my weaknesses, getting beat up at the gym, just kind of just critiquing everything. And I feel like I'm a different grappler than I was in March and past competitions before then. I'm just taking this really seriously. I'm really grateful to be in the position where I'm at with one championship and I get to represent women's jiu-jitsu. But yeah, I'm looking for the finish.
Yeah. Obviously, your opponent coming up, Mariia Molchanova. Look, international level talent at this point. I mean, you're facing the world's best, right? So I guess this will air in prime time on Friday, November the 18th. Give me your thoughts on her as opponent. Have you been able to study her game? Much fine tape out there. What do you think of her as an opponent?
I think when she gets to like a position or her like an armbar or something, because I know I used to do sambo, so you only have a certain amount of time to play your game like on the bottom. I think she's really good, decent at takedowns. there may be a few things I have to watch out for, but even then, like I've been working on what her skills are at. So I think I'm pretty confident no matter what she gets me, and I'm gonna be ahead of her.
And as we said, prime time North America, right? You talked about being on the big stage of one championship for the first time, but now people get to see it in prime time as well. So, I mean, is that exciting for you? The prospect of that is this kind of taking it up even another notch that people aren't going to have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning on a Friday to try to watch you compete?
Yeah, a lot of the family, like my last match, I think I competed at like 3 a.m. because my friends were like, "Oh my God, like I wanted to cry," but it was like 2:30, 3 a.m. when you got it or when you competed. But this time, I think I'm going around like 8:30 p.m. So for like being here, I think that's an awesome, it's being under one and like being streamed with Amazon Prime. Everyone's gonna get to watch me at home, and that's gonna bring a lot of attention and views. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. Yeah.
No doubt
So
about it.
gotta put on a good performance.
Absolutely. Are you looking at this at all as like sambo versus jujitsu? I mean, do you feed into that, or is this just your match, or do you feel like you are representing an art, so to speak?
I feel like I'm representing jiu-jitsu. But just because she does sambo, I don't no, I'm not taking her seriously. Like it's an important match, so she's gonna try to take me out. So I mean, no, I'm just gonna look at her as like a regular opponent, and she's trying to take what I want. So yeah, just kind of to take her out, jiu-jitsu, sambo or not.
I love it. And you touched on it. Kind of those potential opponents. I mean, are you already? Do you are you're usually pretty quiet and reserved? Are you like the calling out type that you're going to try to put some matches together? Do you just take what comes, or do you got a little hidden fire in there we might be able to see after this?
Uh, I like to kind of wait till after my match, but yeah, I have been pretty quiet, been just laying low a little bit, just focusing on my training. Um, but yeah, there's probably some girls I would like to compete against.
Nice. How quickly do you think we'd see you back? I know you got to wait and see what happens here, but I mean, I think I'll be honest, I was a little disappointed in the 8 months in between these two matches. Do you think you'd try to book something quicker, or do you need that kind of time in between to advance your game?
I was expecting to compete sooner. Even though I mean it was kind of weird, like during the summer. Yeah, I don't know if like I was just asking to see like if I was going to compete or not, but I was also dealing with a skin issue on my legs. Like I have eczema, not staph or anything, but my eczema was kind of bad at a point. It was really hot in the summer, so I think my skin kept like opening up. So I had to take like 2 weeks off from not training, which kind of sucked. But my legs are healed. I'm taking like they're pretty good now. But that sucks because I think I had something during the summer. But yeah, it feels like I haven't competed in a year because I'm used to
No.
like kind of competing every month.
Right. Absolutely. Well, hopefully we'll get things rolling this time. Obviously, again, it is one on Prime Video air in prime time Friday, November 18th. I guess last thing, Danielle, like I said, I thought the last match was impressive, but again, technically a draw. Would you be okay with walking away with another draw and a $50,000 bonus check, or do you feel like, no, I got to get a victory this time out?
No, I gotta get a submission. I don't think they do draws anymore for grappling matches after that. But yeah, I'll be very disappointed if I don't get a submission in this match.
Fantastic.
I've been telling myself too, like I want the match to be exciting. So if it's a boring match and I still win, like I'm gonna be disappointed. So either it's an exciting match or I get the submission.
High expectations. I like it. Well, we look forward to it. We'll be tuning in. Danielle, appreciate the time. Safe travels. And we look forward to seeing you on the One on Prime Video.
Awesome. Thank you, John.